Chris is here. Yo, what's up? Just joined. Long time no see. Hey, mate, I'm good. Nice to see you, Chris Cross. QANX, huh? QANX. Let's talk about QANX. QANX is, it never fails to surprise me, QANX, to be honest with you. It's like literally one of the strongest tokens, minus Bitcoin. So I think with QANX it's quite interesting because they announced, what did they do? The Quan platform, they announced third quarter, didn't they? Platform. With the Quan platform, they were looking for a second quarter mainnet release, and that didn't happen because it was being audited. They still post lots of stuff on quantum technology on their X profile. Where is it? Where did I see it? Someone will have to kind of add to this video, but I think now the mainnet is scheduled for third quarter. I don't know where it is. I think I saw it somewhere. Oh, on Telegram. Cena saying on Telegram. There you go. So what does that mean? That means buy, 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 buy. Look at that. Two nicely gigantic green candles. Like, I have literally not looked at the QANX chart in forever. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've been away. I've been taking a break. I didn't have to look at the charts. Look at it. No one lost any money. It's all good. No, it's all good. How amazing is the QANX chart? It's just gone sideways. It's just like one big consolidation sideways range since forever. I did say that. Huh? I did say this is basically going sideways. Huh? There's nothing to worry about. It does feel like it's a little bit of a something like that. Kind of similar to what I was just talking about on TRVL, you see. This is like a deviation from the range. Once you get back into the range, you kind of range bound for a bit. And then what happens next? Eventually you kind of break out, don't you? You're not really kind of getting back into the range to go down again, are you? It doesn't make sense. Once you reclaim the range and you're back in the range and you're nicely consolidating in the range, after a deviation, the next logical step is up. It's up. In my imagination, it's up, not down. It was a little bit scary for a little bit, wasn't it? Because it felt like we were going to lose these lows, but we're still forming higher lows here, aren't we? Look, higher low, higher low. This was quite scary because look, it did take out the low by a fraction, didn't it? That little low pivot. But it's still a higher low. Why? Because look, we're still putting in high lows, aren't we? It just means that you're net positive with buyers over sellers. There's more people buying than selling, less people selling than buying. Yeah. So you get these kind of crazy kind of pumpies, and then people start taking profit and then selly, but then they're buying back in. They're still buying. Yeah. They're not like walking away from the project. They're still coming back in to buy. So it's quite a good sign. It's quite nice what I'm seeing right now. I'm not really worried about QANX. It's hard to do technical analysis, to be honest with you. I've been right in the past. I've been wrong in the past. And it's anyone's guess, really. But at the moment, what I'm seeing is a sideways accumulation, just a nice long accumulation with kind of higher lows forming. Look at this. I've just pulled the volume on the whole chart on Gate, and for a short period of time, we lost the point of control. It looked like we were losing this pivot. A little deviation. This is called deviation. And then, or fail, sorry, that's called a failed auction. My bad. That's called the failed auction or deviation from the range. But it's actually a failed auction. And then buy, like lots of buying. Smash through the point of control. And right back into the highs, which is great. Looks good, doesn't it? Hey, Tim. Tim is asking me, did you do Sui? No, I haven't looked at Sui. I'll do it after this. So I think it's looking okay. Huh? It doesn't look too bad, does it? I like it that we're above this point of control in these high volume nodes. Basically, that's where most of the volume on this token is around here. And at the moment, just looking at where the volume is, almost everyone, no one is underwater at the moment. Like maybe a few people who caught the highs, but as long as you're dollar cost averaging into this, you shouldn't be underwater. You should at the very least be break even. At the very least, you should be break even. But that's good because when people aren't underwater, they're not under pressure. They don't feel pressure to sell. And it's also good because when the rest of the market is feeling the pressure, QANX is strong as ever. It's like people are just accumulating. There's a lot of positive anticipation for the future, and it's all tied into what's happening around the world with this tech war, the next tech war to do with quantum chips. And so here, look, China is just leveled up in the quantum game. Quantum CTEX Easy Q Engine 2.0 now powers over 1,000 qubits, making it the third largest quantum system globally, right behind IBM and Atom Computing. Amazing, see? And it's only a Chinese startup. You know what these Chinese startups are like. Big news from the G7. The announcement signals that quantum technologies, once viewed as long-term scientific pursuits, are increasingly moving. You know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is one day quantum chips are going to crack Bitcoin. One day it will happen. Bitcoin will have to fork, and a lot of the value will just pour into these quantum resistant chains, you know. And so this is a long hold, but once the mainnet launches, there's going to be a really nice pump season for the Quant platform, because all of a sudden you're going to get capital flowing in. So it's more of a fundamental increase in value. It's less technical. Right now, technically, all I'm seeing is accumulation. We're above the point of control. I think it looks quite healthy. There's nothing really to report. I can't really see anything technically that's scaring me or making me think this is looking bad. Yeah, I can't see it. We had a 6-month candle red, and now it's going up. It's looking to be green. Yeah, it looks okay. Huh? It looks okay. And look, on this yearly candle, you've come back down, put in a higher low. Now the price is moving up. Last 12 months, the price closed higher. It's come all the way down, collected liquidity. Now it's moving up. It looks pretty good. The candles look pretty good. Bitcoin will still have an impact on the price action. So even though we had a little pumpy while altcoins have been giving up their gains, at the moment, you know, we're getting a little bit of a rejection here because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's falling back, but ultimately it's all about buyers and sellers. If no one sells, then the price doesn't go down, doesn't it? There is one thing I wanted to kind of look at though. So I was kind of contemplating some Elliot waves. I'm gonna have to redo them just because we took out the low here. What was that? So I'm gonna have to delete all of this stuff actually, because it's all old stuff. This is important. So I did these kind of horizontal channels. Interestingly enough, when the price dropped, a little front run here, and look, it's come all the way for a little front run there. So these channels, horizontal channels, are still playing a role in controlling the price range. You see that slight front runs of the edges, but this is kind of like the levels. It looks like it. But also I wanted to look at the Elliot waves quickly. So yeah, so this is tricky because I said before, I think this first buyback was the first wave. You have like a little ABC here, like a extended. There's that wave one for the next wave. Probably has the two begun yet? See, the problem here is this. I want to show you. When it comes to Elliot waves, let me just get rid of those channels. This is the problem. The problem is the minute you take out the low here, you invalidate that first wave. That's just the rules of Elliot waves. So if that's the first wave, just by taking out the low, you've invalidated it. So that means that wasn't the first wave. Could this be the first wave? That's how Elliot waves is. Elliot waves, you have to kind of go back and redraw with new data. Just because we just put in a new low here, it hasn't taken out this original low here, which is in my mind the first 5 impulse wave, which is your first wave. And then what I'm thinking, still slightly different but still the same, that's your wave 1, 1, 2, ABC, and now we're in wave 3. That was your first wave of 1, and now we're in a long 2 correction of the wave 3, which is this blue one. So we're still in that correction. Now I thought maybe that could be the beginning point, but because we've just taken out the low, you have to reset that. And because you have to reset that, we're still in a consolidation range on this second wave. Yeah. Now this could be the first impulse. This could be the first wave. Again, we don't know. The only condition is that you can't take out that pivot, the pivot that you've just put in. That means this whole thing is ABC correction. That means this was a corrective move up. Yeah. I think I did in one of my videos suggest that it will go up and will probably come back down in the past. But let's just kind of, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Could that be it? Could it be like that? And that's your pivot, like an ABCD type situation here. Let me just do it roughly. It's a little premature, isn't it? It's obviously a news related pump, isn't it? That's definitely a news related, slightly premature, because based on time, let me just see. Again, it should have been at the same time that TRVL pivots, which is the 3rd week of July. So we've pivoted slightly earlier, but it's basically this 1-to-1. So it kind of should have been like this without taking this low. It kind of should have been like this. Yeah. And because of the news in the Telegram, we had an early pivot. So possibly correct. Possibly this is good because you have this kind of, you have your wave 1 there, bam. And then you have this kind of ABC type correction. And now we've started to move. We've started to move. That's your first wave. As long as we don't take out this pivot that we've just put in here, this low, then what we want to see is how this evolves. Because if this evolves correctly, then this should, again, this should be the wave 3, and then the blue wave 4 can't come underneath the top of the blue one, which would be that. And then we can see a nice 5 waves, and then the pivot point, the end point, again, it's towards the end of November. See that? That's when you end this wave 3, potentially. Okay. And then you've got a 4 and a 5, which could be, because the 1 is so low, you could end up with a big sell-off, and then it could be like that. It could be like that. Who knows? No one really knows. But right now, what I'm looking at potentially is maybe that was a premature pivot based on this one-to-one time pivot, which is corresponding with what I'm seeing on TRVL and D-Travel, which is the third week of July. So it's a little bit premature, but it's a news-based pump. That could be your first wave of the next wave. It's nice, isn't it? It's like, how much did it go up? Look, almost 100%. That's a pretty nice long consolidation after the first wave. This one should be bigger. This one should be pretty big. This wave 3, because it's going to be the 3 of 3. So I like that trend-based time. Three of 3. That was your one. Yeah. Possibly. Possibly. Who knows? No one really knows. Yeah, we're nowhere near to higher targets. So if this is correct, 1-to-1 would take us to 12 cents. It's a wave 3. It should be quite a big wave. So we should be going all the way up to 38 cents for 1.618. That'll be all-time highs, wouldn't it? That's kind of where I'll be at. If this is correct, I'll be looking for like a 40 cents would be like your extended target. Yeah. And I think ultimately we have to see what happens with the rest of crypto and Bitcoin, and how that performs. Because I think if Bitcoin might run first. Usually when Bitcoin starts running, altcoins don't run. They just kind of follow Bitcoin. But sometimes you get these kind of obscure smaller altcoins like this one, which does run with Bitcoin. Yeah, sometimes you get that kind of price action. That sometimes you get that behavior, and so sometimes you can get a big move. The other thing that I'm like noticing here is that you've definitely got this outer trend line. You see that? I think that's a really important trend line. Really important. I think once you break that in the future, you've broken that line, haven't you? And once you break that, then we can start running. We can really go ballistic. And that's just a swing failure. There is a little bit of a harmonic there as well, of sorts. So yeah. So if we can break that outer trend line, then we have a chance. We have a chance to break out. Then this is quite a long downtrend, isn't it? It's going all the way back to 21. So you're not just going to get, you're not going to get a measly break. We're going to get quite a crazy break, I feel. Once we break that trend line and we start going into price discovery, I feel we're going to get a really nice break. So I'm still kind of thinking to myself, $1 actually, just looking at the charts. Once we get a real nice break with Bitcoin pumping, quantitative easing, risk on, there's a lot of things coming together. Mainnet is the main thing. Maybe we can have a really nice push to $1. Kind of what's on my mind at the moment. It makes me want to buy more, actually. I'm just thinking about it. Shit. What do I do? How do I buy more? Oh my God. I'm going to have to sell my kidneys. Or rob a bank or something. Anyway, that's my kind of basic insights into QANX. It looks good. It looks really good. I don't have anything more to say. Sina, thanks for joining me. Crisscross, always good to have you. Guys, if you like this video, I'm going to cut it. Like, share. Like, share. I need to build my YouTube channel. I've got a target of 10,000 people and I'm only on 840. So I'm really hoping that people who are enjoying my videos are going to help me now. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to build my YouTube channel. It's all entertainment. Yeah, I chart obscure coins. Sure. I give an opinion. Yes, it's not always right. Fine, whatever. But at least there's someone out there talking about this shit. Please like it and help me and support me. Write a comment. Give me a like, subscribe, whatever. Really appreciate it. I'm not asking for money. Honestly, I'm just asking for your love, and I'll keep on returning your love with love for love. That's QANX. If there's